Hi, Jim Murphy for Elite Style Massage. Today's video is going to be about, are you warming up properly for your discipline that you're doing? Are you running? Are you swimming? I see a lot of people that come to me that have really tight upper traps and their shoulders are elevated and up around their ear holes. And I sort of find out a bit about them, what they do and what they've done. And something that comes up quite often is they're either an early morning runner, they're out at 5:30, 6 a.m, maybe earlier, or they're a swimmer. Now, runners are notoriously bad for not warming up properly, especially street runners and morning runners. And swimmers don't think to warm up their necks and their shoulders, so they get really tight upper traps and necks and stiff necks that could be avoided. Now, when you go out as a runner at 5:30 in the morning, it's cold normally, especially here in the UK. It's cold, you know, it's going to be cold. They don't tend to warm up their necks and their shoulders properly, you know, and they lift their shoulders to swing their arms. And if you've ever done a really, really long run, the marathon or something like that, your traps are sore the next day because the length of time you've got your shoulders up and your arms are swinging, you're working those traps, but through a very small, sort of semi-contracted range of movement. Now, runners will go out, their legs will warm up 5-10 minutes into the run, the blood starts flowing and circulating, the legs get warmer. The shoulders, they end up with their shoulders up around their ear holes, and they kind of tend to stay like that. So they run, the legs loosen off, and they'll stretch their legs out, maybe when they come back if they're good. And what will happen is those shoulders just stay tight. So they've constantly got these elevated shoulders from the upper traps and the levator-scapular muscles being tight. Swimmers are the same. Now, when swimmers go swimming, they get in and swim. So if they've got their head out with breaststroke or turning to one side, they don't warm the neck up and the shoulders up enough. In the changing room, where it's a bit warmer, do big arm rotations, 10 backwards, 10 forwards, really get the shoulders moving. For warming the neck up, I would never recommend this now, but when I was younger, we did jiu-jitsu and martial arts and warming up athletics and things like that. And they got us to do rolling our head, like all the way around, which I wouldn't recommend doing. There's too many things in the neck to get trapped and impinged. You get nerve traps or something like that. You're not going to like it. You're not going to have fun with that. But what you can do for the traps and the shoulders, do 10 big shoulder rolls like this, just to get some blood through the upper trap. So do 10 backwards and 10 forwards. That's enough just to get some blood flowing. And then to warm your neck up, do head turns. So do left to right head turns. Do 10 either side as far as you can. Nice and comfortable, but as far as you can. Then do 10 ear to ear as far as you can. And just stretch things out. And then do 10 up and down. Nice and controlled. Good stretch up, good stretch down. And do some shoulder rolls. Do some arm rotations. That's enough just to get things moving, you know. And then when you go out for your run and you start running, you know, you've done a little bit of movement and just softened and loosened things off before you run. And a little tip like that can really save you from having this whole posture where you're just, you know, your shoulders are being pulled up around your ear holes all the time. The same with swimming. When you swim, you know, warm your shoulders up, stretch your pecs out. You know, it might look a bit odd, you know, if you went into a changing room in a swimming pool and there was someone flaring their arms around, you might think they're a bit of a loony, but you need to do these things to stop yourself getting so tight through the neck and the shoulders. There's nothing worse than getting a really tight neck because it does restrict movement, it can be painful, and just knowing that these muscles feel tight. And a lot of these people that are running or swimming, they're going to run, swim, and then when they go to work, they're probably sitting in front of a computer screen, or they might be driving or doing a job where their shoulders are elevated even more. So they're going to get more problems caused by their job as well. So, you know, training, sport, fitness should make you feel good, should keep the body loose, keep the body moving, keep the body mobile. So really focus on things that you're doing to warm up. Also with running, I work with runners clubs, and whenever I go to a new runners club and I speak to people, I say, what do you do to warm up? They go, we run. I go, what, you run to run? And they tend to not really do a proper warm up. Do something that isn't running, that gets your body warm. Do step ups on a bench, run up and down the stairs, do some star jumps, do some burpees. Do something that isn't running, just to get the blood circulating and pumping around the body. And when you feel you're a little bit warm, stretch your quads, stretch your calves, stretch your hamstrings, stretch your glutes, repeat. Don't need to do too much, then get into your run. And then as you warm up, you build up your pace and so on and so on. Then try and do a good cool down, but don't run to run. Same as you wouldn't swim to swim. You know, get things loose first before you do your chosen sport, pursuit, whatever it is you're doing. Your body will thank you for it. You'll be better prepared to do the thing that you're trying to do without too many problems where things are seizing up or stiffening up and stuff like that. So just little tips for you guys. Again, that's what these videos are for, just to help you with your bodies. So just a tip for you guys, if you're swimming or you're running or you're doing something out in the cold anyway, it's really hard to get warmed up in the cold if it's winter and early in the morning, or it just is. And if your runners particularly can't wear loads of layers, because when they run and they get too warm, they've got too much stuff on. So there are some good runners clothing that you can get that sort of let you breathe but keep you warm, but there's only so much that can do. Get your body warm before you go, stretch things out, get things mobile. You'll be a lot better, and you'll be looser, you'll be faster, it will be less of an effort. When you're stiff and rigid, your body's not going to flow. You're not going to flow as easily as you would do if your body's warm. So hopefully you're liking my videos and my content. If you know anyone that will benefit from this video, please share it with them. If you can like and subscribe to my channel, would be amazing and greatly appreciated. Jim Murphy for Elite Style Massage. See you next time.